Hello, everyone. More of the same today. Basically, it appears that two news items recycling every day for the last about week or so has been Ukraine is being pressured to accept Russia's plan for so-called peace. Let's face it, it's not US Russia plan. It is Russia's plan. And it's not a plan for peace, it's for surrender. And Russia continuing to murder Ukrainian civilians. So, what's going on regarding the Russian 28-point plan for surrender? Again, I've made it very clear that I have no great love for Zelensky for many reasons. However, in this particular case, I like the way he had summarized the problem. In an address to the country today, he basically said that the choice for Ukraine right now is standing up for its sovereign rights or preserving its alliance with the United States. That is insane. Think about this just for 1 second. What it means to be somebody's ally. Why would any decent ally put anyone before such a choice? Surrender your sovereignty. Surrender your freedom. Surrender your right to existence. Or else I'm not your friend anymore. Because this is essentially what is happening. This is a direct quote from Zelensky. Currently, the pressure on Ukraine is one of the hardest. Ukraine may now face a very difficult choice, either losing its dignity or the risk of losing a key partner. What a choice to have to make. And once again, I want to know, why is Ukraine the one being pressured to yield? Ukraine didn't start this war. Ukraine didn't invade Russia. Ukraine didn't attack Russia. All Ukraine ever wanted was the right as a sovereign nation to determine its own political and economic future. Every sovereign nation in the world has that right. It is none of Russia's business what Ukraine does. So why is Ukraine one under pressure? Meanwhile, this bullshit is still going on. So there's been more missile and drone attacks, and 4 people were killed. So that's 4 that we know of that were killed, and at least 20 were wounded. 2 of those killed were in the capital, Kyiv, and 13 wounded in a ballistic missile attack. And then the other 2 were killed in Dnipropetrovsk region, and 7 more wounded. Russia launched 9 missiles and 62 drones, of which 4 missiles and 50 drones were intercepted. So, again, this is where we run into the desperate need for more air defense. And once again, Zelensky reiterated, yes, we have Patriot systems. Where we have them, they do a marvelous job. But we don't have enough because the attacks keep coming. And we don't have enough systems, and we don't have enough ammo for the systems that we have in place. And once again, amazingly, people of Ukraine continue to adapt. So the attacks that just took place right next to a popular farmers market. And people just went about their business doing their shopping. People need to eat. So they still go. And this is something that happens pretty much across the country. This is something that my parents deal with. This is something that all ordinary citizens deal with. People still go to work, even though they know a missile might strike their office and they might never come home. People still go to the grocery store. People still send their kids to school. Can you imagine this for 1 second? I know people living in the United States can kind of imagine it because we have school shootings here. So they can kind of imagine what it's like to send your child to school and not know if you're going to see them alive again. Now imagine that, but not just with schools, with everything. Shops, markets, offices, factories, anything. That's what it's like. Right now, there's some hope that Ukraine can purchase 25 more Patriot systems from the US. I don't know whether that would be possible. Now remember, this is not going to be given to Ukraine. They're looking to buy them. But even so, I don't know if they will be allowed to buy those. And I hope there is a backup plan. It's possible that other allies will try to buy some too and then sell them to Ukraine and do it that way. After addressing the country, Zelensky was in London talking with the European leaders, trying to figure out what to do next, basically. Now, notice Trump was not invited, which is completely understandable. The meeting was hosted by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Again, he has been a very staunch supporter of Ukraine, and it is much appreciated. And again, keep in mind that this is not one-sided, because Ukraine has become quite a military development powerhouse. And so what you see is not just Ukraine asking for help. It's Ukraine also offering what it had learned, what it had invented, what it had built. Because those mysterious drones are still out there. Those Russian airplanes are still wandering into NATO airspace. And the drone wall is still the project that needs to be discussed. More to come.